So guys, welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be a UI challenge, guys. In this video, let's try to recreate the screen on the left. These two screens belong to a application probably for buying coffee through Starbucks stores. So in this video, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and try to recreate the screen on the left, and then in a later video probably we'll go ahead and do the screen as well. Okay. So this is a cool, clean looking design, right? It doesn't have a lot of stuff cluttered onto the screen space, and it's a minimal design, right? So yeah, let's get started, guys. First of all, we won't be using this logo in the background since that's the logo of an official corporate company, and we shouldn't probably use that. We'll go ahead and do the rest of the screen. Okay. So if we break this down into simpler parts, then this will be the part 1, this will be 2, and this part will be 3, right? So we'll go ahead and do the top part, the back arrow button and a small notifications button. I have a blank application here that I have scaffolded just now, and I have 3 coffee images and a font library inside my assets directory, and I've included all those in my pubspec.yaml file as well, as you can see here. Now inside my main.dart file, what I'll do is I'll get started with the design. Okay, children, padding edge insets dot all, edge insets dot only, top some 15 units maybe, and child would be an icon button, icon of icons dot arrow back, right? Yeah, it was arrow back. And color will be obviously colors dot black, and on tap will be something that we'll be implementing later on, on pressed, right? Okay, this is done. The next thing we'll do is we'll do another padding. This padding will have this padding will be for this particular button. Okay, this is nothing but a stack. It contains a button at the bottom and a small red color notification indicator on the top, right? So let's go ahead and do it that way. Padding edge insets dot only, top 15, right 15, fine. And after that I'll do a child stack, children, container height be 50 units probably, and width would be another 50 units, and decoration, box decoration, border radius dot circular. Okay, what I'm trying to do here, let me just explain what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to include a bigger container than this so that I can place this container on inside that bigger container, and also place a notifications icon on top. If I use this container alone as the first element in the stack, then the stack size would be to fit this particular container alone. So if I place this notification icon a little bit to the edge of this container, then obviously it will look cut off, right? So what I'm doing is I'm placing a bigger container as the first element of the stack, and then I'm placing this button inside that bigger container, and I'm placing this notification icon on top of those 2 containers. So what will happen is I'll show you. It will look as if that bigger container is the one that I'm writing right now. Okay. That will be obviously color should be colors dot transparent so that it doesn't interfere with our design. Then what I'll do is 40 units. This is again 40 units, and here it should be 20 units. This is not transparent obviously. This should have a somewhat green color, right? Green color. And after this this will have a shopping cart icon in the middle. So child will be an icon. I will give it a center child icon icons dot shopping basket color would be colors dot white, and also a size would be some 20 maybe. Fine. Now we have, I'll show you what we have done so far on the mobile device so that you guys can get an idea of where we are. Alright, oh sorry, probably we should have placed that inside a row, right? We'll place this inside the row. Fine. Now you can see that we have these two icons in a row, right? All I need to do is give main axis alignment dot space between. Save this. Cool, right? Now you can see that we have that top bar minus this where is it, minus this notifications icon. So let's go ahead and try to do this small badge, red color badge as well. In order to do that, we'll place another container on the top of this particular container, and then place the number 8 in the middle of it. So to place the container in such a way, we need to simply use a positioned widget. Positioned top some 25 units. This is 40, right? Height is 40. Okay, 25, and right would be some 30 units. Fine. And child would be another container. This container will have a height of 20 units, width of 20 units, decoration of box decoration, border radius dot circular some 10 units so that it's perfectly circular in shape, and color would be colors dot red. And inside this we just need a text, right? So what I'll do is I'll get out of this box decoration and child center once again. This will have another child, this will be a text, and 8 style, text style as usual, font family Rallyway, and font say color, I'll give colors dot white. Save this. Let's see how this looks on the device. Cool, right? Now you can see that we get this nice looking notification badge on top of this button as well. So now we have completed this part, right? The top part. We have a back arrow, nice looking back arrow, and a notifications button along with the notifications badge on one end. The next thing we need to do is this particular text, the Starbucks coffee. That's it. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and wait. Let me just it's just a line of text, right? So I'll pause the video here and then place that line and then get back inside the video. Fine. As you can see here, I placed that text here, and then I got out of the row first of all, and then gave some nice small padding and placed that text here. Let's see that on the mobile device. Fine. It looks exactly like we have here, right? Probably a different font maybe, but it looks similar to the design that we have here. The next thing is the crucial part, guys. This is a list of options, right? We have all products, espresso, iced tea, and all that, and this is a horizontally scrollable list view. So how are we going to bring this inside? It'll probably the selection will change. When you tap on espresso, the selection might go here, and when you tap on iced tea, the selection might go here, and this will become gray, obviously, right? So how are we going to do that? Let's see how to do that now. So after this padding, I'll go ahead and add another padding. This padding I'll give padding edge insets dot only, left will be some 15 units, top 15 units, bottom another 15 units. Fine. And child would be container, height would be some 100 units. This is where our list view is going to be held. Then child would again be a list view, and inside this I'll have a scroll direction, axis dot horizontal, children. This will be build list. We would need a function to build the children, right? So I'll do a build item, maybe build item. And what was that? We had just two stuff. One is the count and another one is the product. So all products, first one was all products, and the count was 59, right? 59. Fine. So we'll go ahead and write the build item function. We also need to change the selection as well, right? So what we'll have is, we'll have a selected item, a variable for selected item, where selected item equals all products. This will be default selected by default, and then we can change this accordingly as and when the user taps on a new item. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write this build item function, build item. If you remember, long back we did a UI challenge on hairstyling app, I think. In that we had a similar logic, we faced a similar problem, and we used, for those who haven't watched this, there might be people who haven't watched that video, right? So I'll do that once again. Okay, so string, we have product name and int count, right? Inside this, these are the two arguments that we will be receiving, and I'll return padding edge insets dot only write some 15 units, top some 10 units, what happened, 10 units, bottom some 10 units, and left some 4 units. Fine. And after this I'll use a child animated container. Why am I using an animated container? So that it looks really cool when the user is trying to select a new item. Okay, rather than abruptly changing the color and the, you get it, right? Whenever the user tries to tap this item, I should automatically change this to gray color, remove the shadow, and change the text color to black. Not only that, I should apply this green color here, apply the text color, change the text color to white, and also apply a green color shadow to this particular tile as well, right? So if I didn't use an animated container and just used a container, then the effect would be abrupt, right? So rather than that, I should be doing a smooth transition, right? That's why I'm using an animated container. You will understand the difference when you actually see it on the screen. Animated container, and I'll give it a small duration of milliseconds would be some 500 maybe. And what else? Curve will be curves dot ease in. Fine. Curves dot ease in, a smooth curve. And what else? Decoration would be box decoration, border radius dot circular, this would be around 10. Fine. And color would be, this color I should need to switch based on the user's choice, right? So I'll do switch highlight. I'll have a function that will return the color, switch highlight, and I'll give product name. Fine. Then what I'll do is I'll also need to switch the shadow. So box shadow will be a list, and inside this it will take box shadow, where is it? Box shadow, blur radius 4.0, spread radius will be some 2.0, and color switch shadow product name. Fine. And the next thing is I'll get out of the box decoration. Height, I'll give this height 50 maybe. and width would be some 125 units, and child would be an inkwell which on tap should switch the color. So on tap select product name. Fine. And this inkwell will have a child which will not be nothing but a column children sized box height would be some 10 units maybe. This is this height, guys. Okay, this height 10 units, and after that I'll simply give a padding edge insets dot all no, edge insets dot we don't need the padding of all stuff, right? We just need it to be left some 10 units maybe, and child text would be some count.toString style text style font family colors dot no, this should also be switched, right? Because this should be white when it is selected and black when it's not selected. So color switch highlight color, and this would be some this would be once again product name. Fine. And yeah, that's about it, right? We just need one more of this text, which I'll pause the video here and then add the text as well. It's going to be exactly the same. What I'm doing here is this one I added count.toString, as you can see here, and I'm going to be adding this all products. So it's going to be nothing but another text. I'll add that and then resume video recording from there. As you can see here, I have added that particular text here as well. Now let's go ahead and write these functions that will switch the color for us. So for that, what we will be doing is we will first get out of this function, this build item function, and then switch. First we will do selected product and product name, right? Prod name, set state selected item equals product name. Fine. Now we have the selected product function. We just need a few more functions. Switch. What was the first one? Highlight color, right? Highlight color, and here it will once again take product name. And for those of you who don't understand, kindly give me a minute. You'll understand it very clearly when I actually run this and show this to you guys on the mobile device. Product name equals selected item. Then you would need to obviously return the green color. Fine. If not, then you would need to return a gray color. Colors.gray.with opacity some 0.03, maybe 0.3. Fine. Okay, now we have done the color change for this. Wait, where is it? Now we have done the color change for this entire chip. Now we need to do the color change for the text as well and the shadow at the back as well, right? So for that, what I'll do is I'll write two more functions. Switch highlight prod name. No, this was for the text. This is what we need to do for highlight. I'll check it once more. text uses which highlight color, so it should be either black or white. That's about it. So this should be the highlight, sorry. Okay, now this should be the highlight color. This will be either black or white. That's it. If it's selected, it should be white, and if it's not selected, the text should be black. That's about it. And we'll go ahead and move on with switch shadow. This will once again take a product name, and inside this this will be almost similar to this exact switch highlight, since we'll be making use of the same color. The only difference would be when it's not selected. If you notice, there is no shadow, right? So in order to give no shadow, what we'll be doing is we'll be doing it. And here as well, I'll give it a small opacity with opacity 0.4 maybe. Fine. Now we have 4 functions. Now we have 4 functions that will switch the color for us whenever the user tries to make a selection, and we are calling that particular function to build a single list item inside the list view, right? I know some of you guys wouldn't have grabbed this concept, but just give me a second, you'll understand it much better. Espresso and iced tea 17, iced tea I'll just use 20. Okay. Save this. Okay, I need to run this again since it, wow, as you can see here, we have wonderful. Okay, this is slightly misaligned, and the color for this hasn't changed as well, right? So let's go ahead and see. First of all, this should be cross-axis alignment dot start. If we give start, then it will be left aligned. The next thing is where is it? This is not selected product, it's selected item. Fine, let's just save this, see how this looks on the device now. Cool, right? As you can see here, we have this exact design now. This is movable, and just watch this. I am selecting espresso now. You get that cool effect, right? This changed to deselected, and this got selected. Now if I tap on iced tea, it's automatically changing smoothly, right? This is why I used animated containers instead of normal containers. You could also watch that the color of the font inside the chip changes as well whenever I tap on it, right? And it gets a shadow as well. Watch the shadow as well. Here it's no shadow, but when I tap on it, a shadow appears as well, right? So yeah guys, now we have this nice looking selectable list view as well. We'll get to the final part of our screen design, which is going to be this product cards. Okay, now obviously I'll be using a stack to place this. Wait, I'll show you guys. Rather than me talking about it and trying to explain what I'm going to do, if I show it visually, you can understand it easily. Obviously you guys understood it by now. I'm simply going to be using how do I say this? I'm simply going to be using another list view, horizontal list view for this thing. So I'll just copy and paste. This is the list view, right? I'll be going to be using a very similar list view, only the height will change. So I'll just copy and paste that. As you can see here, I have copied and pasted this exact list view here as well. The only difference is I have utilized the remaining screen height. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating I'm going to be using another function to return this particular product card. So for that, what I'll do is I'll use a build list item. Okay, and inside this I'll have few arguments. What are the arguments that I need to take? The product name, the product type, the price, and the image, right? So first I'll take the image assets coffee.jpg. It will be latte with turmeric, and one more iced coffee iced coffee, and the price would be, I'll simply use a string for now. Okay, 2.99. Probably should use a double. Anyway, I'll use a string for this demonstration purpose since the video is already too long. Now what I'll do is I'll build list item. Okay, rather than giving it as list item, a coffee item would be a suitable name. Coffee item. It will accept once again string image path, string product name, string product type, string price, and it will return padding, padding edge insets dot all, 10 units, probably 10 units, and child would be container, and inside this I'll have a width of some 225 units. This is going to be this container. Okay, this container, 225 units, and this has rounded edges, right? Rounded edges as well as a slight shadow beneath it. So I'll give both of those inside the decoration. Fine, I just skipped that part since it's just going to be typing. So I gave a circular radius, and the color was white, obviously, as you can see here. The color was white, and then there is a small shadow beneath it, so I used this box shadow for that. Fine, now let's move on. After this box decoration, I'll write the child for this. Now, as I said, the child is going to be a stack, child stack, and inside this I'll have children. Children will be column. Inside this I'll have cross-axis alignment dot start, children, widget container, and inside this container height will be some 200 units, width will be some 225 units, and decoration would be box decoration, border radius. Once again, I'll cut the video here and then add that border radius and image inside this decoration, guys. That's nothing new, right? We have already. Okay, as you can see here, I am simply specifying a border radius only for top left and top right, since these are the only two edges of the image that need to be rounded, and these two edges are simply sharp. So I have added only the border radius rounding for those two edges, and I have fit the image inside this particular container. I gave this just 200 so that the image will only take up half of the container. Now I need to place these two lines of text beneath this image. So since those are just going to be a couple of lines of text, I'll pause the video recording once again here and then continue with the recording after the lines of text have been placed. Fine, I just placed those two lines of text. Let's save this and see how this looks on the mobile device. Cool, right? We just have a nice looking card, an image, a half image, and the two lines of text just like we have on our design spec, right? Now we'll do the rest of this as well. So now we have a thin gray color line here and some text here along with the button at the end here. So for that, I'll do that thin gray color box first. I'll simply use a container for that. As you can see here, I have placed a container with a height of 0.4 so that it looks like a line. Just watch. Wow, you can see that line. Obviously, I don't know if you could see this on the video, guys, but on a mobile device, it's pretty much cool. And now we just have to place a line of text in a row and a button here. Let's go ahead and do that. Row, main axis alignment dot space between, since we need these two to be at the two ends of the card, right? So I'm giving it space between, and children would be text on one end, right? That would be one end, and the button would be on the other end. So yeah, now I have the text, and I just need to place a button on the other end. How does the button look? A small gray color container with the add symbol, a plus symbol at the center, right? So container, probably should wrap this with an equal. It would be 40, and decoration would be box decoration. Box decoration border radius would be border radius dot circular 15 units. Color stock gray. Dot with opacity, will give opacity of 0.2, so that wait, I'll show you, so that it's not that much thick. Okay, so I'll give a small opacity of 0.2, and in the middle it will have a plus icon, right? Fine, now we have that nice looking thing. Let's just save this, see how this looks on the device. Fine, it looks really good on the device as well, right? We got this nice looking, probably in a different font, and they have used the pound symbol, whereas I used dollars. That's not a problem. We'll just make more cards of the same thing so that we could finish off this. And here, instead of coffee 1, give it coffee 2, and here it's coffee 3. Save this. Cool, right? Now we have a nice looking scrollable list view here, right? And we have just finished this design spec as well, right? We have this nice list view where you can select the products, obviously, and we also have this nice product card where the products would get displayed based on your selection, probably, right? So yeah guys, this is what I wanted to show you guys in this video today. I hope you learned something new, guys. I hope this helped you in some way. If you found this helpful, kindly share it with someone and help them too. Okay, and if you really like this video, kindly hit the thumbs up button. That would I would be very much grateful if you could. I would kindly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. And if you like what I'm doing on this channel, if you like this content, this type of content, kindly hit the subscribe button, guys. Kindly hit the subscribe button, it's free, and subscribe to my channel to watch more cool stuff like this. Also click on the bell icon near the subscribe button after you have subscribed, so that you receive notifications each and every time I upload a new video. Okay, in that way you won't miss out on any of my content, right? So just subscribe, and in our next video we'll go ahead and do this product description screen as well. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.